Well, good morning and welcome to Move Early, Move Often. I am Blake Martin, my co-host uh, Thomas Karakolis, who normally keeps it real and brings us the technicals, is on vacation, and so I'm flying solo today. And hey, it's the last Throwdown Thursday of the year, and so we've done a few of these. We're doing an AMRAP challenge. That's as many reps as possible. So that's as many reps as are possible for you. And so we've got 4 exercises. You may want to make yourself a little chart so you can pause this video right when, at the essential moment. And I printed it out on my computer just because I know you wouldn't be able to read my writing. So we're going to do 2 rounds of push-ups, squat jumps, chair dips, and bicycle crunch, which sounds like a delicious cereal, but it's not. And we're going to do 2 rounds, and then I'll just be filling in these little things to see how many rounds I did, how many reps I did. So the thing is you want your technique to be good no matter what. So I'm going to go through the technique for each of the exercises before we do them, and that's going to serve as kind of a mini warm-up. If you do the technique with me and just kind of we do it slowly, we can focus on recruiting the muscle groups appropriately for the AMRAP challenge. And then we'll do a little bit of mobility stuff to get our heart up a little bit, and then we'll get into the challenge. I'm using my Seconds Pro timer here. I'm not being sponsored by them, but if they want to sponsor me, that's great. And so you'll hear that in the background. Yeah, I guess that's about it. So you need a pen, you need your paper with this, and you're going to need a chair. So I've got my chair over here just to show you what I'm going to be doing. So first of all, for push-ups, we're doing a kind of push-up. So sometimes you bring your elbows in tight to your body, and sometimes your elbows are out wide. We're going to do the out wide ones because we want to work on these. There's these flexors, horizontal flexors for the chest, the pec major, and deltoid, and they come across here. And so we're going to have our push-ups be wide. I'm going to turn this way first so you can see what I'm doing. So my hands are a little wider than my mat. They're just kind of at the edge of the mat. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to have my spine nicely aligned. So if you can't hold yourself up easily in this, you may want to put your knees on the mat. Okay, so that's a way that will make it just easier if it's hard for you to do it with your full body weight extended. With our shoulders a little wider, our hands a little wider than our shoulder width, but at the same level as our shoulder. I'll turn sideways in a second to show you that. We're going to lower our body down, and we're going to touch the front of our body to the mat and then come back up. All right. So your nose shouldn't reach the ground before the rest of your body. I'm turning sideways so you can see my alignment of my shoulders. And I'm not letting my head hang down. I'm kind of keeping it, my chin tucked, keeping a neutral spine, and coming back up. All right. A good push-up is better than a bad push-up. I wouldn't say that a bad push-up is better than no push-up at all, but maybe it is. Who knows? So, and again, if you're doing this on your with the knees, same deal. We're just kind of keeping our pelvis from sinking through. We're holding it, neutral spine, coming down into the push-up position. All right. Second exercise is jump squat. So you're going to squat. Your feet will be a little wider than shoulder width apart, and your knees are lined over top of your toes. So if your toes are pointed outward, your knees should also be pointed outward, okay? So I'm trying for more or less forward, and I'm sinking down, and I'm going to come down about to horizontal or a little below, okay? So that will make it very challenging. And I'm going to jump up, and I reach with my toes toward the ground, and I land, and I'm trying to land with a neutral spine, so my back is straight, I'm not curved over, and I'm not hyperextended. All right, that's our jump squat. You're going to do as many of those as possible. Then we move to chair dips. For our chair dip, you just need a chair, or you can do it on a step. It needs to be a surface that is going to be stable and is not going to fall over. So you can do it in two ways. You can do it with your legs extended or your knees bent, okay? And knees bent will take off some of the weight and make it a little easier. So with legs extended, lowering down, I'm trying to keep my elbows pointed toward the back of the chair. I'm lowering as deeply as I can and back up again. Okay, when I get tired, you're going to notice that I won't go as deeply on the dip. And so that's an important thing to be aware of, is how deep you're going. Again, better to do good, proper reps than bad ones. So again, with my elbows pointed towards the back of the chair, lowering it as low as possible. Now I'm geeking my head a little bit forward, so I'm just going to try to be aware of that and keep my chin tucked so that I'm not doing the hyperextension of my neck. That's a bit of a problem that I have. Chez moi. All right, last exercise, the bicycle crunch. You know it, you love it, it's your favorite. No, you don't know it. Or if it's your favorite, it's not. You don't know it. Anyways, here I am. I'm on my back. And what I'm really trying to think about, I'm going to place my hands near my ears. I'm not hanging on to them. And what I'm going to try to do is I'm actually going to move my shoulder toward my knee. And it's all about my shoulder. So I'm trying to get my thoracic spine to turn, not my lumbar spine, not this section from my ribs to my pelvis. That part of your spine, you want to be careful about twisting it, because lots of spinal injuries can come from that. And if you're if you're an individual with a back injury, then you may want to be very conscientious of that. So really, it's about rotating the shoulders to, so go opposite, 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 opposite. Okay, that's kind of the functional part of the warm up. Let's just get our bodies moving a little bit, and then we're going to get right into it. We'll be starting with a round of push-ups, followed by a round of squat jumps, chair dips, bicycle crunch, 10-second intervals in between, which you can either just gather up your lungs and stuff them back down your throat, or you can write down your score if you want to. You don't have to, but it's for you. It's for posterity. Who knows? Maybe your children will look back on this and they'll go, Mummy was very, very strong, wasn't she? All right, here we go. We're going to warm up a little bit. Still haven't figured out how to do music here. We're just going to make arm circles, big arm circles, bigger arm circles, bigger arm circles. And in the opposite direction, small arm circles. Really our shoulders, bigger, 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 big ones. Oh, really big ones, very big ones. Nice and big. All right, we're just going to do gentle squats and up. Practice keeping your chin tucked and up. Squat and up. Squat and up. And rise up on your toes and squat up on your toes and squat. In dance we say relevé, plié, relevé, plié. Okay, and that's awesome. Getting ready for the first round of push-ups. Okay, get down on the mat. Here we go. As many as you can in a minute. So it's a minute to win it. 2. So keeping your chin tucked, good form throughout. This would be a good part if you had funky music. You would play it. I think that was 19. I don't know. Something like that. I've got 30 seconds left. Keep going. Keep breathing. If you need to drop to your knees, you do that. And just remember the moment where you dropped to your knees. Whew. 5 seconds left. Keep going. All right. My timer's not making any noise because I silenced my phone. So hang on a sec. I gotta make it make some noise because if we don't hear, that's gonna be a problem. All right, squat jumps. Let's bring it. Keep your back straight. Keep your chin tucked. Really sink down. Reach to the floor with your toes each time. I'm turning sideways here so you can see my form. Hopefully it's not too terrible halfway through. Eleven seconds. All right, pause. Still not getting sound on that. I don't know what's happening. All right, chair dips. My personal favorite. All right, and going. All the way down, all the way up. Keep your elbows pointed towards the back. I have no idea how many I'm doing. I'll have to count them afterwards. That'll be the boringest thing I ever watch. All right. Okay, last one. All right. Bicycle crunches. I think it was like 14 or something. Who knows? And bicycle crunches on your back. Alternate shoulder to knee. You're counting every second one because you're doing them in pairs. Be careful about geeking your head too far forward and about rotating your lower spine. 15 seconds. All right, you got this. And pause. I don't know, I'm gonna put down 158. I think that sounds reasonable, right? That sounds, didn't it look like I did 158? Again, I'm gonna have to count later. I don't know how many it was. All right, brief rest here. This is where you take a sip of water, pretend that you're a mammal, and back at your push-ups. Okay, keeping your back, neutral spine. All the way down, all the way up. Halfway there. "20 seconds. If you need to rest, you rest. Keep breathing. Be calm. Good form. 6 seconds. That felt like 1,000 push-ups. All right, I'm putting down 1,000. I think it was actually 20. We'll see when I Count after. Squat jumps. Here we go. Good form, neutral spine. Keep your chin tucked, the back of your neck long. If you're suffering from a knee injury, just do the version where you don't actually come off the floor. It's an almost jump. That's pretty exhausting too. 30 seconds remaining. Lots of control on the way down. Explosive movement upward. Keep your chin tucked. Your back long, neutral spine. Five seconds. All right. I think that was 6,000 squat jumps. Putting down 6,000. Chair dips. Here we go. With knees bent or legs long. All the way down, all the way back up. I'm lifting my chin a bit at the bottom, so I'm going to be conscientious of that. "25 seconds. I'm taking a second for rest here. Back at it. Yeah, we're keeping it real. Even without Thomas, we're still trying to keep it real. Whew. I'm going to be feeling that next year. Last one. All right. Getting ready for our last set of bicycle crunches. And on our backs. Shoulder to elbow. Count every second one. Really rotate your thoracic spine. Keep breathing deeply and fully. You gotta last for another 30 seconds, but you got it. Last workout of this year. Super exciting. Ten seconds, come on. You got this. Work it all the way through. All the way through. Shoulder to knee. I was gonna say to hip. I don't think that's gonna happen. And time's up. Put down how many that was. I think that was 6 million. And let's just go. We'll place our hands on our mat. Let me turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing here. And I'm going to walk my knees back and let my pelvis sink through. Roll my shoulders down, away from my ears. Tuck my chin. Press back into, I guess what they call puppy dog pose, not quite a child's pose. Let your head just fall to the mat. And come back. Open it out again. Lift your chest to the opposite wall. Lift your heart to the coming year. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome because you're in it and you're pushing forward to be a better and more positive person. Standing with me, we're going to take one foot. We're going to place it behind like this. Our knees are glued together. Our thighs are right at the same level. Pressing our shoelaces into our hands. Press, press, press. Press, press, press. Press, press, press. And then pull your heel into your buttocks and try to reach up with your opposite hand, stretching across the body, feeling that cold air come in from the front door because someone opened it. Awesome. Front door is really wide open, getting cold on your muscles. And encouraging your wife to close the front door because your knees are cold. And pressing my shoelaces into the top of my hand and reaching up the opposite hand. Now that's the thing about our home office and exercising at home. You don't have control of all the environmental factors like they do in these fancy gyms. All right, and releasing that, we're going to take our elbow and we're just going to draw it up over our head. I'm going to come in close so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm drawing my elbow across here, but with my palm, I'm pressing my ulna bone down, and I'm just giving myself a little additional tricep stretch because of that workout I did. There we go. And I'm going to do the opposite arm, elbow over my head, and with my palm, I'm pressing down my ulna, and that's that bone there, that's on the pinky side. And I'm squeezing, and I'm drawing my elbow backwards over my head. All right. And then we're just going to come across here, arm coming across, pulling my elbow, keep my chin down. I want to practice that neutral spine even now. That's good. You don't have to be kneeling, you can be standing. I'm just kneeling so you can see me better in the camera. And drawing my arm across, drawing my arm across. All right. Shoulder circles forward. Shoulder circles backwards. Take your two fingers, take all of your fingers, put them behind your back, interlace them, your two hands together, and press your hands down, opening up your chest. Look outward, drawing your shoulder blades back together, pressing down. The back of your neck is long. All right. Our heart rate back down. I have no idea how many reps I actually did. I'll count them. I'll put them below in a comment. And if you want to count yours, you can do that too. We can compare later in the year. We'll be coming back to this challenge from time to time. You can see, am I getting better relative to myself? It's not about comparing relative to others because some of you just came off of chemotherapy or some of you are struggling through a lot of things going on in your life right now. Others of you may be really strong elite athletes. And so this is about you comparing to you and you getting better to you. And as we come to a close on 2020, this crazy year, think about not how the world can be better, but how you can be better. You might not be able to change a lot of things outside of you, but you can change you. That's pretty awesome. Thanks so much. Hear the doorbell. I gotta go. You've moved early. Remember to move often. Bring that into this next year. Take care.